hardest room in the world is the room for improvement. Quoted by Schmidt. A pleasant afternoon to our dear President, Engineer Bernard Nicholas E. Moore, and Vice President for Administration, Mr. John Gregory P. Escario. To my co-presenters, teachers, and students, I am Maria Gina Jensen, and together with me is Ms. Marian Karay, your representatives in the Office of Admission and Scholarships. CIT University aims to develop a culture of continuous improvement, not only in the quality of education, but also in the quality of service. With that, our paper is entitled Evaluation of the List of Scholars, provided by Office of Admission and Scholarship at CIT University. The Cebu Institute of Technology University is accredited to a number of scholarships offered to its college students. Due to the pandemic, which affected all educational and institutional systems, the CIT University is no exception, adopting an online delivery of administrative services, including the Office of Admissions and Scholarships, in providing assistance to scholars, especially in their examination permits, and in releasing the list of scholars to other offices. For subject delimitation, the study focuses on OAS and CIT University, so administration staffs from other departments are not included in the investigation. For place delimitation, the study is limited only to Pasco Avenue, Cebu City, the address where CIT University is situated. The study evaluates the new system observed by OAS and this new normal, so prior system developed by OAS before the pandemic is not included. This study aims to determine the existing way the list of scholars are organized and to determine the process flow on the distribution of examination permits to the scholars, to recognize the problems or wastes that occurred in the current system, to propose breakthrough improvements and cost reduction changes in the current system through the application of Lean Six Sigma principles. So how are we going to achieve it? For the research design, descriptive research design was used in acquiring the needed data for the respondents. Representative administration staff of the OAS, which is me and Ms. Karay, are the respondents. Verbose sampling is used in determining the sample size of the study. It depends on the number of administration staffs in the Office of Admissions and Scholarship that is involved in the study. And in gathering the needed data, the research used focus group discussion where existing problems were identified. Also, document analysis method was used to evaluate the file-containing list of scholars. The processes undertaken by the researchers in completing the study are the following. First, determining the research respondents and sampling design used. Second, acquiring needed data through focus group discussion and document analysis. Third, is creating a cause and effect diagram and determining the existing process to know the waste. And fourth, recommendations of the improvement process were made through the use of Lean Six Sigma principles. Now, let's talk about the existing process undertaken by the administration staff. Shown in the table is the existing process flow and its respective time. Time estimates was used in determining the time for each process. So, A stands for minimum time, B for the average time, and C is the maximum time for the task to be done. Again, the ABC are used to get the time estimates for each process. Under updating the list of scholars, the employee will check the current status of the students, active or not, for the next cluster. Re-evaluates the name of the scholars, year level, and their scholarship together with their discounted amount in the Excel file. Under forwarding the list of scholars, the Excel file will be emailed to FAO. Then, the Excel file will be emailed to the instructors. Under creation forwarding of examination permits to the scholars, updating the content of the examination permit, scholar, and scholarship name. Opening the Excel list of scholars to the guide administration staff in the identification of the scholarship acquired by the students. Opening the document containing the institutional email of students. Sending the examination permit to the students. The current or existing system has a total time of 2,787.01 minutes, or equivalent to 46.45 hours. But this estimated time will still be added due to the time for rework, caused by sending again examination permits to students. Speaking of rework, here is the cause and effect diagram. The cause and effect diagram shows that the main problem or waste identified is scholars receiving wrong examination permit. This examination permit is to be given to students as an indicator that they are scholar and will be permitted to take the test. So, this is given every cluster. This problem is caused by unorganized presentation of the list of scholars, which results to an additional process time of 1.52 minutes per rework. And there are 9 scholars receiving wrong examination permit, so the total time for rework is 3.68 minutes.
In summary, here are the ways or problems identified by the researchers in the OAS. First, the presentation of the list of scholars are not organized. Second, redundancy of process. Third, wrong names on examination permit of scholars. For the recommendation, researchers recommended to implement the 5S principle in making the Excel file. First, the sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. In sorting, identification and elimination of unnecessary details of the file. Set in order, arranging, or sorting according to sponsors. In Shine, the elimination of unnecessary details and arranging the data to achieve the third phase. And Standardize, following the three phases to set standard of the file. Sustain, follow a checklist and always review or recheck the file after making. The second problem is the redundant or useless process. With that, the researchers identified that the process to be eliminated are the Excel file containing list of scholars will be emailed to instructors. Second, opening the documents containing the institutional email of the students. The elimination of the said process will reduce the existing process time by 3.04 minutes, which will reduce the post by 3.198 per cluster. Based on the pilot system, the proposed mechanism is operated by first adding the subject of email and its contents to a specific cell. Then after that, when clicking the send email cell, the cell will highlight yellow and be directed to an email tab wherein it will automatically appear the program details which you can review and send it towards the student. It is already identified the total time cost by rework is 13.68 minutes, and eliminating the rework by observing the said mechanism will result to a reduction of cost by 14.391 per cluster. For findings and conclusions, here is the comparison of the existing and proposed system. The existing time is 27.87.01 minutes or 46.45 hours, while the proposed process time is 27.83.97 minutes or 46.40 hours. So, the time reduction goes by elimination of the redundant process or process not adding value is 3.04 minutes per cluster. The total time saved, which is the summation of eliminated time in the process and time for rework is 16.72 minutes, which will result to a savings of 17.589 per cluster. This has been your representatives and us, Ms. Miriam Taray and Ms. Maria Gina Dijenson with our IE team, leaving you with a statement. Great things in business are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people, by Steve Jobs. Thank you and God bless.